Welcome to Math 155 here in the fall of 2021 at Aiken Technical College. And I'm your professor, Diallo Cummings. And in this session, we'll take a look at the layout of the course. We'll take a look at Blackboard. We'll also take a look at XYZ Homework. We'll take a look at Blackboard, and we'll also take a look at XYZ Homework. And in XYZ Homework, you'll find all of your assignments and tests. Now that we're in Blackboard, we're going to explore the tabs that are on the left-hand side. And the very first tab in which you'll arrive is the Announcements tab. And notice that the first announcement reads, "Welcome to Math 155, Section 067. I actually have two sections. I have a 067 section and a 167 section. So if you're watching this video and a section appears to be different, that's the reason why. The very first announcement welcomes you to Aiken Technical College. It also gives you some information on how to get started for your course. We're going to use XYZ Homework, and here's some information on how to register for XYZ Homework, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. The next tab on the left-hand side, we have the instructor information, and here's the instructor information. I'm your professor, Diallo Cummings. My office email is cummingd@atc.edu. Here's my work phone. My office is located in room 752, and here are my office hours. Monday and Wednesday, my office hours are from 11 to 1. Tuesday and Thursday, my office hours are from 1 to 2, and from Friday from 10 to 12. Next, we'll take a look at the Syllabus tab. And here you can find the syllabus for the course. So this is Math 155, Contemporary Mathematics. The prerequisites for the course are Math 101 or an acceptable placement score. Math 101 is our beginning algebra course. So beginning algebra is a prerequisite for this course. Here's the course description. In this course, we'll take a look at properties and operations with real numbers, elementary algebra. We'll take a look at consumer math, applied geometry, measurement, graph sketching, interpretations, and descriptive statistics. And next we have the course materials. The course materials have changed since this document has been printed. The course materials are an XYZ access code. And we'll take a look at XYZ a little bit later. On the syllabus, you can also find the critical thinking definition as well as the critical thinking learning outcomes. You can find the attendance policy, the disability policy, the dishonesty policy, and lastly, the academic integrity pledge. Lastly, there's a place for you to sign and date the syllabus. However, you don't actually have to sign, date, and turn this in to me. By you registering for the course, you acknowledge all of the policies, procedures, pledges contained in the document. So when you have some time, please read through the syllabus. Next, we have the addendum tab. And the addendum tab explains how your grade is calculated, and it also gives the expectations of you as a student in the course. So once again, this is contemporary math. I'm your instructor. Once again, here's my instructor information. The required materials for the course are an XYZ access code and a scientific calculator. Since we'll be dealing with trigonometric functions in this course, you want to make sure that your calculator has the sine, cosine, and tangent functions. Next, we have the grading policy. And the grading policy consists of 4 categories: homework, quizzes, tests, and a final exam. We have the homework, and the homework is weighted at 20%. The quizzes are worth 25% of your final average. Each chapter has a quiz that acts as a study guide for the test. When taking the test, there are 3 attempts for every question, and the assessment is untimed. You do not have to use Honorlock for taking quizzes. I'll explain Honorlock in just a second. Next, we have test, and the tests are weighted at 25%. Notice that there are 5 tests. Each test is called a module. The first module test or exam is scheduled for August the 31st. The second module exam is scheduled for September 14th, so on and so forth. All tests must be taken on or before the due date. Tests taken after the due date will incur a 15% penalty. You must use Honorlock when taking the test. Lastly, we have the final exam. The final exam is weighted at 30%. The final exam is Wednesday, December the 1st, on or before midnight. You must use Honorlock to take the final exam. While taking the final exam, as well as taking any of the other module tests using Honorlock, you can use a page of notes front and back. You can use a handheld calculator, but no cell phone. You can use scratch paper and a pencil or pen. There are no final exam exemptions. And lastly, we have the standard 10-point grading scale. And this concludes the addendum. Now, in the addendum, we mentioned Honorlock. Now I want to explore for a second Honorlock. Whenever you're taking your test, on the main screen of Blackboard, you'll notice at the very last link it says Honorlock. So I'm going to click Honorlock. Next, I'm going to click the test link. And notice we have all of our tests. Notice that the Module 1 test, it opens August the 29th. Module 2 test opens September the 13th, so on and so forth. So once it's time to take the test, you'll simply navigate to this page. You'll click on the appropriate test you're going to take, and then you'll take the test. So once again, the tests are located in Honorlock, which is the last link on the home page. The very next link we have is a tutoring link. And within the tutoring link, you can find information on our tutoring services. And now we'll take a look at XYZ Homework. And in XYZ Homework, you can find all of the assignments for the course. So I'm going to click on XYZ Homework. So now that we're at the main page of XYZ, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to register as a new student. We're going to put in all of our information. And then we're going to be prompted for a course ID. That course ID can be found on the Blackboard announcement section, and it's the very first welcome announcement. If you're in Math 155067, here is your course ID. If you're in Math 155 Section 167, I'm going to navigate to the course. Here is where you can find your course ID. If you don't quite yet have your XYZ access code, there is a 15-day free trial. All right, so I'm going to navigate to XYZ Homework, and I'm going to log in. And I'm going to enter our course, Math 155067. So right, so I'm going to enter the course Math 155 section 067. Now there are actually two views that I'm capable of viewing. I'm able to view as a student, and this is what you're going to see as a student. I've only posted the Module 1 assignments. But I want to click on Instructor so you can actually see the full layout of the course. So here is XYZ Homework. So let's assume that you have registered for the 15-day free trial and you want to get started with your assignments. So just as in Blackboard, we're going to familiarize ourselves with some of the links that are on the left-hand side. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to Student View. So we have the Messages link, we have the Forums link, we have a Calendar link, we have a course map, we have a grade book, we have Logout, and we have an XYZ Help. The tabs that you will frequently use on the right hand side are probably the grade book tab. Okay, there's a calendar tab. Okay, but there's not much in the calendar tab. There's a forums tab, but I don't do very much with forums in this course. There's a messages tab. Okay, if you wanted to send a message to, okay, no one's actually populated the course now, but you can send a message to someone in the course. As far as the assignments are concerned, the assignments are in this drop down area. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the instructor view. So in the drop downs, we actually have our assignments and tests. So notice we have a total of 5 modules. Each module contains a quiz and a test. So I'm going to click on module 1. So notice that this module is set for August the 16th through August the 31st. Now, keep in mind that the date you see is for pacing purposes. There are some students that will work ahead of this pace. There are some students that will work with the pace, and there may be a couple of students that are working at a slightly slower pace. Okay, but these dates are for pacing reasons. Keep in mind, though, that the homework is open all semester. The quizzes are open all semester. The test must be taken on or before the test date, or it will incur a 15% penalty. All right, so let's take a look at Module 1. So if I click on Module 1, here is our layout for our modules. Notice for Module 1, we have M1.1. So this is Module 1, Section 1 homework assignment. Right, so if I were to click on M1.1, notice that it contains a total of 15 homework problems. Notice for M1.1, we have a class lesson video, and you'll actually see a class lesson video for every section. As far as the class lesson videos are concerned, the videos will be a mix of myself and other colleagues. So notice in the first module, this module consists of 4 sections. We have M1.1, M1.2, M1.3, and M1.4. If you actually want to find your homework problems, you're going to click on these links. If you want to view the class lection videos, you'll click on these links. And then lastly, notice we have the Module 1 quiz and we have the Module 1 test. Now, even though you see the Module 1 test within this module, if you were to click on it, it's going to ask you for a password. Remember that the module test must be taken through the Blackboard homepage. Okay, so even though you do see the module test within the module, they have to be accessed through Blackboard. All right, so you simply go through the second, third, fourth, fifth modules. Once all the modules are complete, the last thing you'll do is take the final exam. There will be a final exam review for the final exam. All right, so that sort of wraps this section up. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or give me a call. Thanks for watching.